What is one thing you really wish Canva could do? Well, in this video, I will tell you not one, but 10 things I wish Canva could do. Let's go. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ronny, and if you don't know, this is the right place for you to learn anything about Canva, how to make money with Canva, how to create a business with Canva, how to further your career with Canva. This is the place because we have a ton of tutorials. So go ahead, explore the channel, check them out. Today on the menu, we have 10 things I wish Canva had. So I'm going to spend this time to really talk about features that do not exist. It's not features that will come, it's actually my own views on what I would love Canva to have. So this is a little bit of a disclaimer because I do work at Canva, so I'm not giving you a glimpse in the future. I'm just expressing here my very own personal opinion about what I wish Canva could do as a creator. I use Canva every day for my job and for this YouTube channel, and so I'm a power user, and there are some things I really wish we could have in Canva, and they might come in the future. I'm not saying they're never coming, but this is the state of what it is today. And yeah, let's jump right into it. So I have divided these features that I wish Canva had into 3 categories. The first one is video features, and then later in the tutorial we'll talk about presentation features I wish Canva had, and then design features or general features. So let's start off with the video features. Probably the feature I would love to have the most in Canva is a video background remover. Now, we all know how powerful the background remover is for photos, right? But what about videos? Wouldn't it be so cool to be able to remove the background of your videos just like you can for photos in Canva? So this is, of course, probably a crowd's favorite as well, not only one of my favorite, but being able to remove the background of videos would have a huge impact, I believe, on Canva. Well, there are some good news in this story is that there is a company, a website called unscreen.com, which actually allows you to remove video background. And the good news is that this Unscreen website belongs to a company. If you scroll down all the way down, you would see Unscreen Made with Love by Kaleido. And Kaleido is actually the company that has produced the background remover that Canva uses. And actually, Canva last year acquired this company called Kaleido. So the Kaleido team actually works with the Canva team hand in hand. So that is why I'm saying it is a good news, because the technology is technically already kind of acquired by Canva. It's just now a question of being able to integrate this technology with the current technology of Canva, or the UI, the website, and to make it work all together. But I'm pretty confident we are going to see something in that range of idea in the future, and I'm pretty sure there are some people at Canva working really hard on making this work. So this is the first thing I wish Canva could do, because once you have this technology in Canva, it opens up many doors. You could create video tutorials with higher quality like the ones we are creating. We are currently not editing our video tutorials in Canva because we like to be here at the bottom of the screen without a background. We shoot with a green screen behind us, and this allows us to use some chroma key techniques to get rid of that background. But what if we didn't need green screens anymore? If Canva had that feature, we could just with one click remove the background and position our video wherever we want in our video tutorial or in our video presentation. So that is one of the first applications I would say that you could create with a video background remover. So I encourage you to explore the Unscreen website. You could see you upload your clip and then you remove the background. You have a few examples here, and then you can of course position another background in the background instead of your original background. Goodbye green screen, etc., etc. So they have some pretty cool sliders here to show you what it might look like. So go ahead and play with that if you want. Some sample videos, etc., etc. Again, the good news is that Kaleido is in the Canva family, so we might see this coming in the future. Another cool application you could do if Canva had a video background remover is to create animated stickers without a background, like the one you see on screen here, which is from Giphy. So for example, I could film myself, then remove the background and have a little just movement going on for anything you want in your video. That could be me pointing out at something, that could be me holding something, could be me dancing or celebrating. So if we had a video background remover, we could easily create these animated GIFs or stickers without a background and then use that wherever we want. The second thing I wish Canva would give us is more control over the timing of our animation. So for illustrating this point, I have this animated Instagram quote right here. It's a square design with a few things going on. I have a video background which is animated. You can see some kind of paint brushes going on. Then I have a quote and I have the name of the author of the quote. So if I preview this design, and there is sound going on, so don't be surprised. Okay, so you see the animation at the beginning, the brushes are still going in the background because that's a video. So let's decompose this. So there is basically two text boxes and each of these text boxes has an animation applied to them and then there's a video background going on here. Actually, these are two stickers pasted on a blue background. So you see the sticker is kind of like a brush thing going on. So that's pretty cool. But what I wish we could have is just more control over when the animations are triggered. Right now, like if we decompose this design, I click on the text box and I see the ascend effect is the animation going on. So I can change that. I can have any effect animation that I want, which is cool. Let's go with block. Okay, that is cool. But the thing I want to show you is that I cannot really control when this animation starts and stops. Okay, because the only control I have is if I click on the background of my design. So I have to move things around a bit here. You need to click on the background, not on any of the individual elements to see this edit timing. So this edit timing is actually the only control that I have over the timing. If I click on it, I have 6.6 seconds. So I can reduce it to 3 seconds if I want, which means all the animations on this page will be reduced to have a total duration of 3 seconds. I cannot say I want this item, this text box to appear at 2 seconds, this one at 5 seconds, and I want these to be there from the beginning. I cannot do this in Canva right now, and I wish we could do it. That would give us more control over these animations. And this would allow us to create more elaborated graphics, animations, graphic motion to include in our video editing. The third feature I wish Canva had is a one-click subtitle or caption feature, which would enable us to basically create subtitles for a video automatically. So auto-generated captions for our videos. Now, I know that a lot of other companies or software are doing this. For example, YouTube is my biggest example that comes to my mind at the moment. You upload your video, and if your audio is clear, usually you can turn on, so it will generate auto captions for your video. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be 95, 97% good. Some of the words that might be name brand or words like your first name or stuff like that, or the city you live in. If you're a vlogger and talk about different places, this might not be picked up exactly right by the YouTube machine learning brains or whatever they use to translate your videos. But yeah, 95% accurate in my experience. So it would be amazing to have something like that in Canva. Imagine you have your video project in Canva and you have your talking head videos that you just shot. You import them into Canva, and then you would have a button somewhere which you would click, and it would be your one-click caption generated like subtitles, and it will follow what you say. It will appear on screen, maybe a text box or something, and then you could also tweak this text that is auto-generated. These captions could be changing the color, could be adding a background to that text box, anything really to help creators create faster, because this exists. If I go on YouTube and run a quick search for auto subtitle software, there's so many different videos about solutions, like just software that does that, ways of doing this, adding your captions easily in your videos, automatic on YouTube, etc., etc. So it would be really cool if Canva could have that. And Diana has created a video about generating these subtitles in Canva, but it is a manual process. You have to actually create the subtitles yourself, type them in. There's no way you can actually, generate that automatically. So that is the third feature I wish Canva had: one-click caption, one-click subtitles for your videos. The next feature I wish Canva had is stickers that you can actually customize. So animated stickers are something that I use all the time in Canva. They allow you to quickly add movement to a still design. So for example, I have this planet right here. So it's pretty cute. You have a little planet, it's moving. It really helps you grab people's attention on social media. So this is one kind of sticker I would definitely use in a design. Something else, for example, that I use all the time is the doodle stickers. So I type doodle sticker and I make sure I'm on graphics, and I have these little bursts, stars, underlining things, like things going on here that I love to use in my graphics to just attract the eye on one specific part of my design. So the problem with these is that they're very cool, yes, but for example, this underline right here, I want to use this, so I bring it to my design and I can see it's here, but it's white. And I want to use a white background, and then my sticker is just invisible because it's white on white. And I cannot change the color of that sticker. So I wish I had some options to change the color of that sticker so that I don't have to change the color of my background to actually see my sticker. So what I'm asking for, what I wish we could have, is something similar to the normal elements. So if I go back to my planet example, type in planet, and I grab this planet right here, you can see when I bring it on, we have two different colors here. So what would be ideal is that stickers, animated stickers, would also have this level of customization that allows you to change the colors. That would be really amazing. And I understand it might be tricky to create. I'm being patient here, but that would be a big plus to create custom stickers, to really bring the level of customization to the next level. And I'm thinking about presentations, I'm thinking about animated social media graphics. That would be amazing. And yeah, I really wish we could have that in the future. All right, so these were my top 4 video or animation features I wish Canva had. Now let's move on to the second part of the tutorial. I want to talk about presentation features. I'm a big presentation guy. I create presentations, I deliver webinars quite regularly in my job at Canva, and I just think Canva is an amazing tool for creating presentations, and it could be even more awesome if it had these features. Let's discover them. The first presentation feature I wish Canva had is a screencast functionality. So screencast is when you are sitting on your couch and you have your phone in your hand and you're on YouTube, and then you click this little icon on your phone that has the screencast icon, and you can screencast that video that you're watching on your phone to your smart TV or to your TV. So that is screencast, to just sharing your screen from one device to another screen. So imagine you could create your presentation in Canva on your computer or on your phone, and then just get into a room, a meeting room, or a friend's house, or really whatever, like a cafe where you want to show something to your friend and they have a screen, and you can easily click that button and screencast your Canva presentation onto another screen in the room. That would be an amazing feature to have, because then it opens up a large array of possibilities. You know, you could play a ton of little games with your friends. I've seen some chess template in Canva. I've seen some true or false. I've seen some expectation versus reality type of games or memes. So all of these you could easily play on that screen, which is bigger, and control the screen with your phone with your Canva presentation. So a screencast functionality would be an amazing feature to have. The next presentation feature I wish Canva had is more formatting options for your presenter notes. So what are presenter notes? Let me get into a Canva presentation and show you. Basically, let me open a blank presentation. I will quickly populate it with a template. Okay, so I have a blank presentation here. I found a template that I like. I'm going to apply all 25 pages to this template. Okay, so I now have my 25 pages. That's not what's important. I want to show you what presenter notes are and what I wish they could do. So presenter notes, when one slide selected, so I have my first slide selected, which is the title. It's not going to be much things to discuss here. So let's go to the third slide, the Kyobi group. Okay, so this is a presentation of my company and what we do. Okay, so I have this presenter note right here. If I click on it, I can see I now have 2000 characters right here. If I type counter coming up here. I have this space here for me to add some notes so that when I present this slide, I actually have a support of things I need to talk about. So let's go to this lorem ipsum generator. I have some dummy text here. I just want to copy and paste it in my presentation. So for example, let's grab this paragraph of text right here, Control C. I'm gonna go back to my presentation and I'm gonna paste that here. So now I have a nice text I can lean on when presenting this slide. And when you present it, you actually go to your presenter mode. So you click on the present button here at the top of your screen and you go to your presenter view, okay? Presenter view, present. There will be this external screen. I'm going to move that out of the way for now. What I want to show you is that your presenter notes are right here on the right side of your screen. And you can really give them the space that you want. You can make that the most important part of your screen in presenter mode, or you can give them very little space. So my dream would be that we have more editing and formatting options of that text right here. Because at the moment, I cannot do much with this text. I cannot create bullet points, I cannot bold anything, I cannot create headings, subheadings, I cannot create hierarchy in these notes. And if you're like me, for example, if we come back to this lorem ipsum here, we have a heading and then we have the first two words that are bolded, then we have the rest here. If I copy everything on that page and I bring that to Canva and I paste it in my notes, you see everything is pasted and we lose the formatting options. So for people who present a lot, like me, I would love to have these options. So these will be text hierarchy, so the possibility to create headings, subheadings, and body text. The possibility to have bold, italic, maybe underline would be nice. The possibility to change the color of certain words so I know where to emphasize when I pronounce certain words when I'm delivering this particular slide. These would be amazing. So at the moment, I use different hacks to actually give me an indication of how I should put my tone, like how I should phrase or how I should use certain tones on specific part of my presentation. What I do, I use emojis like these because strangely enough, like these presenter notes do accept emojis. So if I go back to my presenter view right here, and again, get that out of the way, my emoji will be here. So I know I can use the emoji to kind of represent the emotion I need to communicate while presenting, delivering this slide. But the dream would be a complete editing or formatting control over the presenter notes. That would be amazing. Continuing in the presentation family of features, I would love to have a teleprompter right here in Canva. Again, I deliver a lot of presentations in my work at Canva and also on this channel. Sometimes I use notes in my presentation to kind of lean on and deliver the content. When I create courses, sometimes I script my courses and I just try to read them or memorize them. It would be amazing to have a teleprompter feature built into Canva and the presentation view mode here. So if I go back to the presenter view, instead of having this column here on the right, I have my webcam right here, right? So it would be like I'm supposed to look at the webcam, supposed to look right here, look at you right in the eyes, but still read my text. If I look at you here, my text is actually lower down here. So if I look at my text like so and I read my text, I'm not exactly looking at the camera. So ideally, we would have a teleprompter feature, which would be kind of a floating window instead of being here on the right side. And the good thing is that I can stretch this window right here, so that's already a good thing. If I look from kind of far away and I read my notes, like what is lorem ipsum, it's kind of like I'm looking at the camera, but we could have a floating window that I would position like right here, top of my screen, that would allow me to look more or less directly in the camera, okay? And especially if you're using the built-in webcam on your laptop, that would be amazing. And the teleprompter would be the same thing as the presenter notes, but it would be rolling. And so you could just stay there with your eyes in these 2 or 3 lines of text and just keep your eyes there very close to your camera and just read your notes and articulate and just do your best to deliver the content in the most natural way possible. So that would be an amazing feature to have, a teleprompter built into Canva. All right, whew. That was a nice set of features. It would be amazing if we could have all of this. So let's take a moment and pray to Canva God. No. Just kidding. Let's take a moment and review my favorite comment of this week. Every week, I like to take a moment in my tutorial to acknowledge someone who was kind enough to leave us a supportive message on the YouTube channel. And we receive a ton of comments every week and we love reading them. We try our very best to keep up with them, to answer as many of them as possible. This week, we have Piyush, who says a very nice message. She says, "You guys are doing a great job. Please keep inspiring us." Thank you. Well, Piyush, thank you very much for this message. This was short and sweet, but it's really the essence of what we do. Like, if we can be a source of inspiration for you guys, we are kind of touched of that, have goosebumps at the moment, but we are really touched that you acknowledge that. And yes, we will continue and we will keep up with the channel and the videos. So don't worry about this. We are not going anywhere. So thank you guys for leaving us all of these lovely messages on the channel. Keep them coming. We love them. All right, back to the tutorial. Let's wrap this one up. I have 3 more features I want to talk about that I wish Canva had. And this time, these are features that are related to design or to the Canva experience in general. The first one of these is an eraser tool. I really wish Canva has this eraser tool that I could use to erase anything on my design just by brushing it off my design. That would be so useful. For example, I don't know if you remember, but a couple of weeks ago, I worked as a volunteer for creating a logo for a friend of mine who runs an organization in Bangladesh. So they sell all sorts of handicrafts, and the name of their project is Community Craft Saidpur. Saidpur is the name of a city in Bangladesh. So they reached out to me and asked, "Hey, could you help with the logo?" And I said, "Hey, you know what? I have these 3 days that Canva allows us to take off my regular work to do some volunteer work. And this is a really nice opportunity that we have at Canva." So I said, we could make this work. So I accepted the project and I started brainstorming a logo for Community Craft Saidpur. So this is my brainstorming doc. You can see here. So I started with a bunch of ideas and keywords and colors, and based on a form that they filled out. Then I started doing some research on typography. Okay, so these are all kind of combo of fonts that I kind of searched into Canva for different fonts, and I found some of the things that I liked. The ones that I liked, I kind of put underline under them, and just like I made this research and I found the font. So good. Now it was time to kind of try to combine the fonts together. So I tried to combine the fonts. I using like a handwritten font with a bold font. And I start introducing something in the background. So that was kind of my design process. Then I got to this point right here where I had this idea. I could take the word Saidpur, get rid of the dot on the I and replace it by a heart, something like this. Okay, so in order to do this, I had to delete the dot of my eye. And this is a very difficult thing to do if you don't have an eraser tool. So the way I did this was kind of a hacky way. I exported the word Saidpur, which is a text box. I exported this as an image. Okay, so I just downloaded this as a PNG. Then I re-imported this into Canva as an image. And now I had this as an image. So let me show you exactly how I did this. I have the image that I'm talking about right here. Okay, so just delete this one. So this is the image I am talking about. This is the same thing as this word right here, but basically I exported this slide as an image. What I'm going to do is change the color of the background. I'm going to have black for now, and I'm going to run background remover on this image because now that it is an image, I can run the background remover. So background remover, and what it's going to do, it's going to get rid of all the green in that image. So you see now I have the word Saidpur, and I can just simply quickly resize this. And before I click out or click on apply, I can use the brush, because here in the brush, I do have this eraser tool. My point is, I wish we could have this same eraser tool, but not just confined within the background remover. I wish we could have this and erase anything on any design, like my font that I had previously that said Saidpur. I could have used this eraser tool and just brush off the dot on my eye and not go through this whole process of exporting as a photo and then using the background remover, because by doing this, I can indeed erase the dot on the eye here, which I'm going to do very quickly by using this brush right here. I can adjust the size and just simply, boom, the dot is gone. So now the dot is gone, and you can see Saidpur doesn't have the dot on the eye. So I could just very quickly use a heart and position the heart wherever I want it. So for example, if I grab this heart right here, copy this, I could bring it here, paste, give that a white color, and I could use this in my logo. So that is the hack that I use for creating my logo because we don't have the eraser tool. That is not optimal because now this text is not editable, all right? So this entire demonstration to kind of show you first my thought process behind creating this logo, and second, that you can always find your way around, but an eraser tool would be super useful. The next feature I wish Canva had is a way to bookmark or favorite my favorite fonts. There are so many fonts in Canva right now. Let's go back to my deck presentation here. I'm going to hide the presentation notes and I'm just going to select text box and show you a few things about the font box, the font menu. So when I click on this little arrow right here next to the font name, let me show you the types of fonts that you can actually see there. So first, you will have the fonts that are being used in this document. Okay, so we have Popping Bold, and in the document you will also find Poppins Light and Poppins Medium. So these are the document font and also Arimo. Then you have a section, and the sections are defined by these lines here. So next you have a section with the recently used font. So that is useful. This is already a good step in that direction. The next section is that you have the font from your brand kit. And what I love is that you can select now your different brand kits. So you can have multiple brand kits if you have a Canva Pro account. So multiple brand kits, you can choose fonts that you are actually using in your different brand kits. And if you have a Canva Pro account, still you can upload your own fonts. So you will have another section called Uploaded Fonts. And then you will have Popular Fonts, which is kind of like a selection that Canva made for you. And this will have some pro fonts and free fonts. And then that's pretty much it. Then you have all the thousands of fonts. But what I would love to have is a way to bookmark a font, like to say, okay, this font, I use it all the time, I like it. And I know there's a high chance it might pop up in your recently used, but it would be amazing if we could create font categories, like custom font categories. Add a font to a specific list of fonts that we like to use, for example, for quotes, or for example, for my invoices, or for example, for, I don't know, like presentations that I like to deliver to stay on brand. And I know you have the brand kit, and I know you have your recently used ones, but still, like being able to favorite and to create customizable font collection would be amazing, especially that we have so many fonts. All right, so we had one last feature to cover. This is the last feature I wish Canva had. And by all means, I'd love to hear what you think. Like, what are the features that you wish Canva had? What are the features that you think are currently missing from Canva and would really improve your life, improve your experience as a designer? Let me know in the comments below. I really want to see on the thread underneath this video, like a real conversation going on. I want to know what are the features that you wish Canva had. And I will be there, I will be watching, and I will be answering, because I think this is an important conversation to be had. Like, I do have some contact with some of my colleagues. Sometimes we have lunch together and they ask me, hey Ronny, what does the community want? And this is where I can start like feeding them some of these ideas. So let me know in the comments below. This is super important. Now let's see what is the last feature I wish Canva had. The last feature I wish Canva had, and it still has to do with fonts, is to have the opportunity to create custom font combinations. If you click on the text button right here in the left side panel, click on text. First, you will see your three fonts, so your headings, subheadings, and body text. But then you will have your font combinations, and these are preset font combinations that Canva created. Sometimes it's not even a combination, it's just a font with a specific color or with a specific effect on them. Here we can see we have some sort of lift shadow underneath it. So these are your font combinations. And they're pretty cool, they're pretty useful because Canva already did the heavy lifting for you of combining different fonts. For example, love this one. You have kind of like a handwritten font and a simple clean font. So what I would love to be able to do is to create my own custom font combo and to save them, and they would appear here in the side panel right here under font combination. So instead of having like Canva populated ones, I mean, we could still have both, but I would love to have a section with my own font combination that I could save and have here to use later. That would allow me to remain on brand. That would allow me to create like very quick and easy social media posts or titles for my presentation and subtitles. So this is just something that would speed my workflow for someone who who is a Canva heavy user. All right, this wraps up today's tutorial. I hope you liked it. I hope you kind of got inspired. And I also really wish it will move you to the comment section below to let me know what are the features you wish Canva had, because this is so important. Canva is a company that really takes feedback from the community, and I believe it is important to create that space. That is all for me for today. Thank you for watching until the end. You are a legend, and I will see you in the next video.